Okay.
I'm not talking about that here.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
But no, you could mention the game why she's not playing.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Straight rebound. Straight rebound. Snake is last. No, make us the last. Last. He doesn't know what a chapter is. Buddy, you better win this. I'm watching. Worst deck, dude. the boys who play the girls team. He fits in with them, you fit in with us. You have to got subbed out once. I've literally done it home. Shooting a nice shot on the right of the iris. I would have got that. Oh yeah, Varsity.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Now I have volume.
Check. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, sorry.
Two,
Here you go.
1, 2, 3.
Yep, you're good.
Here.
We are in the sophomore game, folks. Good evening. Welcome to Brookings High School. O'Gorman is leading at the moment 48-41 with a $1:47 left. Oh. The JVs won by about 12. Colzer told me, Dan. O'Gorman won by about 12. I have no idea, though, how the freshmen did. They might still be playing, actually.
No, because that was at 4.
Yeah. I don't see the... oh, there this freshman coach is. He's hiding behind Barry.
And they played in auxiliary gym.
Okay. Is that a nice... I've never been into auxiliary gym before.
Neither have I.
Oh, wow. A Brookings girl just shoved our girl. 55 to shove 10. It's physical here in Brookings, folks, in this sophomore game. I like this setup, though. Just right here.
Wouldn't it be nice if we had something like this?
Oh, yeah.
Peyton Peterson at the line. Shoot her second free throw.
Second one is up, and nothing but nylon for the freshman. Brookings needs to hurry. Knight's in a 2-3 zone.
Under a minute.
Ooh.
9-point lead.
Steal for O'Gorman.
Peterson strips the ball.
This is the first, folks. We're doing a little commentary here on the sophomore game.
Bonus coverage.
Absolutely.
Oh, she tripped her.
These Brookings girls are a little feisty out there.
And the ref goes over and talks to her. It's parents' night here at Brookings High School.
So I'm assuming, let's see, probably next Saturday for the girls against Mitchell. That's their their only home game. I'm guessing that's when they'll do it.
Remember football we did the first game because we didn't
Yeah,
know
because
when
we
they were
didn't know.
gonna get football season in.
Right.
I get it.
Different world, folks. 24 seconds left. Here's
We're not in Kansas anymore. Toto.
Toto was the name of me and my sister Sharpay when we grew up. Our first dog. Does the Johnson household have any dogs?
I've always had a dog. Well, when I was in college, in the dorm you couldn't, but pretty much my whole... Oh! That should have been offensive with the arm, folks. Wow, they're physical here at Brookings. And the sophomores are coming out strong physical. But they're down by 10 with 11 seconds to go, so I think this game is going to be over.
Is Don Meredith singing yet, Dan?
Turn out the lights, the party's over.
Dandy Don.
With Howard Cosell.
Who played for the Cowboys, America's team.
Yeah, okay.
My goal tonight, folks, is not to bang my head on this
Well, you're shorter than
wall above us. Right, 51-42 O'Gorman in the sophomore game. Coach Danny Hughes getting a big sophomore win tonight.
And where's he teach?
I'm not for sure. Is it Christ the King?
Christ the King. He's an 8 or whatever, yeah. Yep.
So we're going to put, how much time are they going to put on the clock here?
8 minutes.
Hope not.
I'm serious.
Let's just get started.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are honoring 3 senior students who are involved in Brookings basketball. As I call each of their names, if they could please step their way forward and forward. Lydia Engebretson, escorted by Travis and Amy Engebretson. Lydia's favorite hobbies include shoe shopping and sleeping, and her favorite role models are her mom and dad. Her activities besides basketball include the National Honor Society, Church Youth Group, and the FCCLA. Her plans for the future? Undecided yet, but possibly majoring in marketing. Her favorite memory? Leaving Mr. Eric Curry at the hotel in Rapid City during the state tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, Lydia Engebretson.
You're listening to a special presentation from the Real Presence Radio Network. On Real Presence Radio, welcome to the Night's Game Day Show, sponsored by First Premier Bank Premier Bank Card and Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal.
Welcome, everyone, to Brookings High School here in Brookings, South Dakota, home of the USD Jackrabbits.
USD? SDSU.
SDSU Jackrabbits, excuse me. I'm Dan Johnson, Real Presence Radio. Tonight we have a girls' matchup between the Sioux Falls O'Gorman Knights, 12-5 on the season, and the Brookings Bobcats at 2-13. With an O'Gorman impressive win last night, 65-33 over Sioux City East. Overnight, they moved from 6th to 3rd in power points, and their opponent tonight is the Brookings Bobcats, and they might have the biggest upset of the AA season so far with a 40-34 home win against #1 Aberdeen Central last night. But Aberdeen came in with a record of 14-0. Now I'm joined by my partner in crime tonight, our producer extraordinaire, Brett Byler. Brett, tonight's game versus Brookings is what we consider a look-ahead game. You know, we got Mitchell, we got Washington coming up in the next 2 weeks. But with the major upset of Brookings over Aberdeen last night, how does this affect O'Gorman's mindset coming in tonight's ball game here in Brookings?
Yeah, well, first off, Dan, I'm kind of a little bit in enemy territory being a USD grad being up in Brookings, but I think I'll survive tonight, hopefully. I think this will help. I think O'Gorman Coach Colgert enjoys basically that Aberdeen lost, because now you can kind of spread the message to your team that, hey, this team we're playing today, they might be 2-13, but they just beat the number one team in state. So I mean, I think it will help focus our girls, knowing that, hey, we don't want to be Aberdeen Central from last night. And I think it's something too where you expect maybe some tired legs possibly tonight, being 3 games in 4 days. So I think seeing this win will help maybe refocus our girls and realize that, you have to come out and play to get a win in AA basketball. You can't just show up and expect to win.
Every night you got to come out. So with 3 games left, including tonight, left in the regular season, we're at a time in the season where you want to be playing your best basketball. Brett, what do you think O'Gorman is playing? Are they playing their best basketball in the season right now? Be honest.
I think they are, Dan. I was just looking at those last 2 ball games. I don't think they played better back-to-back games this year, Dan, than Harrisburg Tuesday night and then East last night. They won both games in a little bit different ways. The Harrisburg game was more of a grind. It's kind of fight for every point, first team to 40 wins. Kind of showed they can win a game lower scoring, a defensive-oriented game, kind of a sloppy game. Where Sioux City East, I think the skill level showed more, with Hannah Ronsick making some threes, Bergen Riley making some plays down low, us getting out and running in transition. So I think we showed ways in back-to-back games where, hey, we can win in a low-scoring half-court game. We can also win an up-and-down game. And I think the defense has been the big consistent in both those games.
Okay, let's talk defense now. The O'Gorman defense in the last 2 games, they held Harrisburg to 44 points, 19 under their season average. Last night they held Sioux City East to 33 points, 20 points under their season average. So what has O'Gorman done with their defense to be so good the last 2 games?
Well, they play man-to-man defense pretty significantly portions of both these ball games, Dan. We've known O'Gorman, our 7 years of coverage, as more of a 2-3 zone team. Or this team now, they're very athletic, and they can switch multiple positions, kind of like Stevens can. So we're not have to play a zone defense, and we got out and attacked Harrisburg. We didn't let them have anything offensively. They're a good 3-point shooting team, so we didn't want to stick back in a zone. We went right out at them and made them work for every point. And same thing last night. We used our length and played man-to-man defense, and also found East shooters. So I think with the Riley girls, they can switch. Hannah and Izzy can switch. Hannah Friedman, Kira, and Molly. So we have 7 players. They can switch pretty much 1 through 5 and not have a mismatch either. So I think the defensive flexibility is going to help us moving forward. And I just think the aggressiveness is the one word consistent in those last 2 games, is how they play, and they really haven't been they haven't gotten foul trouble either, which helps.
And they have to, like you said, consistency. They have to stay consistent in their caliber of play right now. So let's talk about our opponents tonight, the Lady Bobcats of Brookings, Brett.
Well, they've had a kind of a rough season, Dan. They've really had a rough couple seasons. Last year at this point they had 1 win. This year they have 2 wins, which one of those wins was last night against Aberdeen Central. Their other win was against Sioux Falls Lincoln, so they're 2-13 on the season. They did snap that 4-game losing streak right here in Brookings last night with a 40-34 win over number 1 Aberdeen Central, holding the Golden Eagles to their first loss of the season. Ainsley Shelst, their post player, she's 6'5", Dan, a junior, had 18 points and 15 rebounds last night, including 6 offensive rebounds. So we got to keep her off the glass if we can. Allie Clark is the only returning starter from their squad last year. She's the point guard. And they really struggle to score, just to be frank, Dan. They only average about 38 points a game. So and they've only scored over 50 once. So they're offensively a little bit challenged. So that should bode well for O'Gorman tonight.
Now you mentioned Shelsa. She had a huge game, like you said, versus Aberdeen last night with the win. So what does O'Gorman need to do to contain and shut her down?
Well, I think we got to limit her touches starting out with and kind of get her out of her spot. So I'm guessing we haven't seen a lot of Brookings on film this year, but I'm guessing she's going to be majority inside in the post. So kind of got to front her if we're playing man. don't let her touch the ball and also box her out. Offensive rebounds are something that where she really made her hay last night with 6 offensive rebounds, which could come right to points. So I think deny her the ball, push her outside her spots, and then box her out will be keys.
And she's a junior, or she's a sophomore.
And she's a junior. There's only 2 seniors on this Brookings squad, so they're a pretty young team.
And you look at last night, Sioux City didn't have any seniors.
They didn't have any seniors.
So I'm like going, okay. So her being young like that, she'd get another year, but it's going to be fun to watch the girls go up against her in defense. She's a little taller, 6'5", probably one of the tallest we've seen this year.
Yeah, her and Shetland from Washington.
Yeah, Shetland. So it's going to be fun to see that, how they go after each other and fight for that spot in the paint. So Brett, tell us a little bit about the series history tonight between the Brookings Bobcats and O'Gorman Knights.
Well, they played in O'Gorman. It was a Saturday night last February 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. O'Gorman won that one 78-19. It was never really that close at all. It was 120 girls games are going on tonight.
Okay, let's start with AA boys. Winner is at Pier tonight. That's a 4 o'clock start. We'll get a score on that one shortly. Watertown goes down and plays Matt Moore's and number 3 Yankton Bucks down in Yankton. Sturgis Browns at Hot Springs. Now, you're going to ask, where is Washington and Lincoln and Rapid City? The Rapid City schools did not come across the state today, so the Stevens Central games versus Washington and Lincoln this weekend have been canceled. And so tomorrow, Lincoln and Washington are going to play for the 3rd time this year, and that's both girls and boys. So, with the weather and everything, probably safe that they didn't make the trip across the state. That's what we're just assuming, so we're guessing. But there's no games there. And and the JV won by 12, and the sophomores just finished up 51-42 on Real Presence Radio.
Hello, this is Mark Konzemius, president of the Catholic Community Foundation for Eastern South Dakota. Preparing for the end of life can be overwhelming, even scary. Yet as disciples of Christ, we live in great hope and the reality of God's promise that death is not the end, but a new beginning. The End of Life Planning Workbook for Catholics is now available. I encourage you to reach out to one of our Catholic Community Foundation offices or ccfesd.org. May God bless each of us on our journey to heaven.
At Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, we are guided by one simple principle. We do what we say we're going to do. We believe in ensuring our customers are happy with the work we deliver. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981 and has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. They have worked on businesses including schools, universities, hospitals, churches, and factories. For more information, you can call 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com.
Being in business is not easy. Achieving profitability, doing what is right, and finding meaning are just a few of the challenges we face in today's workforce. The Catholic Men's Business Fraternity exists to help men in business be virtuous and integrated leaders. We do this by hosting monthly events that will help teach you how to take faith principles and turn them into business practices. To find out more about the Catholic Men's Business Fraternity, our events, or how to become a member, go to cmbfsf.org and begin to take your Sunday into Monday.
Welcome back to the Knights Game Day Show, brought to you by First Premier Bank Card. I'm now joined by O'Gorman girls basketball coach Kent Colsrud. Coach, we played a good Sioux City East team last night. They were 16-3 coming in. We kind of just controlled that game from the start, winning that one 65-33. And you mentioned to me in the pregame show about wanting to come out aggressive like that Harrisburg game and maintain that throughout the game. Just talk about the intensity shown by your girls and the effort in the big win over Sioux City East.
Yeah, it was. I thought our kids were really ready to play. Brett came out aggressive on both ends, started with really good man-to-man defense, did a nice job of rebounding on both ends, got out and got in transition, got some easy baskets, and I thought offensively we were executing pretty good and finishing shots. So just very pleased the way we started the game against a really good basketball squad and kind of set the tempo for what was going to happen all night long.
It felt like throughout the ball game, Coach, we had really good ball movement. A lot of times we would swing it from one end to the other, getting open three-pointers. That led to a few Hannah Ronstick threes in early going. Just talk about your girls sharing the ball last night.
They did, and that's a characteristic of this year's team and last year's team too. Just, they don't care who scores, they just want to be successful. But the way Sioux City East was playing, they really overloaded a side. So on dribble penetration or, we had a lot of skip pass opportunities to shooters, and, Hannah Ronstick caught and, knocked in 3 or 4 of those three-pointers. 3-pointers, which were huge, and other kids making big plays as well. I thought off the skip passes as they started to close out, we then did a nice job dribble penetrating, and finding open people as well. So I thought just a really good team effort all the way around, on both ends of the court.
Coach, we gave Bergen Riley the player of the game. She had 17 points in that ball game. What did you like most from what you saw from Bergen?
Oh, I thought she played great. I thought she was really strong in the post. In the Harrisburg game, we were able to get her some touches in there, and just wasn't quite able to finish. Did everything, was solid. We just didn't finish it. We called her number numerous times in the post, and she caught the basketball, took it strong, and finished. Stepped to the free throw line, knocked in free throws, rebounded really well on both ends. I think she finished with 11 or 12 rebounds we had her for. So just a complete game, and this is really having a great season for us.
Now we play Brookings, Coach, a team that was kind of had one win. Then all of a sudden they go and beat Aberdeen Central, who hadn't lost a game last night. Talk about your message to your team before the game against your opponent tonight, Brookings.
Yeah, just this year scores are kind of crazy at times, aren't they? Huge win for them. Well coached. Kids play hard. Give them a lot of respect for just continuing to battle. And when you're going through a tough year now, winning a lot, for them to do something like that is pretty impressive. So it won't be easy tonight. We're coming off a busy week. We got 2 big wins, and we're just going to tell our kids, you can't ever take anything for granted. Last night was a perfect example, because Aberdeen Central is a really good basketball team. So we got to be ready to go out of the gate like we have been all week long. Come out and do the things we need to do to be successful, starting with defense and rebounding. If we do that, then we can get out in transition and hopefully get some easy baskets. But we want to really play fast and slow the ball down and be patient on both ends. We want to get up in full court pressure, and we want to get out in transition and then make this game as fast as we can make it.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, Brett.
And that was O'Gorman coach Kent Colger. We want to thank him for his time.
Tonight's pregame coaches show for the Sioux Falls O'Gorman Knights has been brought to you by Canfield Business Interiors. Canfield Business Interiors provides product and design for your workplace. For more information, you can find them online at canfieldco.com. Canfield, making space better. Now, here's Brett's picks, keys to victory.
All right, thanks, Dan. Come out with intensity. Don't take Brookings for granted, even though they're 2-13. Got to have that same intensity if you're playing like a Harrisburg, Washington. Control the glass. Keep Ainsley Shelst off the board. She had 15 rebounds, 6 offensive rebounds last night against Aberdeen Central. Play at our pace, up and down. You hear Coach Colger say they're going to want to slow the game down. We want to speed it up. Create turnovers. Brookings struggles holding on to the basketball. We can create some turnovers and protect the basketball. We don't need any silly turnovers as we've had in a few previous games.
Okay, now it's pick-to-click player tonight. Who are you going with, Brett?
I'm going to go with Izzy Moore tonight. I think she's going to have a big game from the perimeter. I think she'll get a few threes and a few transition baskets.
And I just saw our gal out there shooting threes, and I'm going to go with Hannah Ronzik. The 5'11 junior forward, number 33, is my pick-to-click player tonight. Tonight's Sioux Falls O'Gorman's Game Day Show has been brought to you by First Premier Bank, Premier Bank Card. Premier is a proud sponsor of high school athletics and your O'Gorman Knights. First Premier Bank, Premier Bank Card, investing in their communities.
And also tonight, Sioux Falls O'Gorman Knights Game Day Show has been brought to you by Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981 and has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. For more information, you can call 605-331-5121 or online at GuaranteeRoofingSD.com. Coming up next is a Knights Tip-Off Show with a priest prayer, starting lineups, and final thoughts. That is next on the Knights Game Day Show.
At First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card, we believe the greatest investment we can make is in our customers and communities. Thanks to our industry-leading service, products, and tools, we're helping our customers reach their financial goals and achieve success. Through the generosity of our employees and leadership, we're able to support nearly 700 South Dakota organizations and nonprofits with our time, money, and resources. At Premier, we're always seeking ways to make an impact for good by investing in what matters most to you. It's the Premier way.
At Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, we are guided by one simple principle. We do what we say we're going to do. We believe in ensuring our customers are happy with the work we deliver. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981 and has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. They have worked on businesses including schools, universities, hospitals, churches, and factories. For
the BB Agency, Knights of Columbus Insurance, Barnett Lewis Funeral Home, Ide Bailey, First Premier Bank Card, Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal. Crossroads Book and Music.
Tip-off to tonight's game is just moments away. With all the exciting action of O'Gorman Knights basketball, let's go to the gym.
And now here's our priest prayer.
This is Father Sean Haggerty, pastor of St. Lambert Parish in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Let us pray in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. In the book of Deuteronomy, we hear, "Be brave and steadfast. Have no fear or dread of them, for it is the Lord your God who marches with you. He will never fail you or forsake you." God our Father, we know that you are always with us in every competition of life, whether it be on the field or on the court or in the family or at school. We pray for our parents, in the unity of the Holy Spirit, one God, forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Lady, Queen of Victory, pray for us.
Cats. Here comes Reagan Riley, and she is fouled that time. Hard foul by Landry Wilson.
Landry Wilson's a 5'10" sophomore guard for the Bobcats, starting.
First free throw is up and good by Reagan.
She's 70% from the line.
So Wilson, Burns, Allie Clark, Haley Sampson, and Olivia Jorgensen are the starters. So Ainsley Shelsta, who had the 18 points and 15 rebounds last night, isn't starting tonight. Not for sure what's going on there. Missed three by Sampson. O'Gorman with the rebound. So that's going to help us out for sure, Dan, if Shelsta's not playing. Here is Bergen Riley making the catch in the basket. And we will possibly have an injury for O'Gorman tonight. We'll see if Kira Mentley plays tonight. She kind of, I think, banged her head a little bit in the JV game earlier.
Turnover by the Bobcats for O'Gorman ball.
So now Ainsley Shelsta is in the game. And she'll step in for Olivia Jorgensen, the senior, checks out.
5-0 here. 6:40 left in the first quarter from Brookings High School.
Here comes the Knights with the ball. Knights are in their blue tops, blue bottoms. Brookings in the white tops, red trim, white bottoms. Long rebound to Reagan Riley off the miss by Hannah Ronsick. Here's Bergen Riley, high post. Over to Ronsick in the corner. 23 on the shot clock. Here's Bergen straight on three. Is nothing but net. Bergen Riley on fire at the start of this ball game.
She's got 7 of the 8 points for the Knights.
And Reagan with the steal, so Gorman starting off really well here in the first 2 minutes of the ball game. One of our keys to victory was start off strong with intensity.
And we haven't started off strong, like last night we didn't start off strong by any means.
Now Izzy around the key, and Isabel Moore hits the three-pointer. We're raining threes in Brookings tonight. 11-0 O'Gorman. Now the press put on by the Knights. Allie Gordon looking for help. Gets it to Sampson. Over to Shelsta. Back to Sampson. So O'Gorman's legs look pretty good today. This is their third game in 4 days, folks. So you're wondering how the fatigue, if that would set in at all tonight. And that's a pass a little bit too high. And the only time you really see a stretch like that is a state tournament where you play games in 3 straight days. So this is a good precursor possibly for the state tournament in March.
Yeah. Okay, Molly Abdush is in now for the Knights.
And Bergen Riley will check out. Abdush has had some terrific games. Nella Friedman misses a shot, especially against Brandon Valley and Harrisburg. Here is Burns pushing it. Landry Wilson's shot hits nothing but net. And here comes Molly Abdush to Hannah Ronsick. Nice hesitation move by Hannah. Out to Abdush's three is no good. Burns has a rebound, and Hannah Friedman will get the over the back foul.
Izzy got the foul.
Oh, excuse me. Thank you, Dan.
So 11-0 run here. 4:44 first Coming up on 3.5 minutes.
I think Brookings has only got, 2 shots up at the basket, and there's another turnover.
O'Gorman ball.
Boy, watching this so far, it's hard to imagine them beating Aberdeen Central last night, but
Hey,
you never know.
That's why we play the game, Brett.
Yeah, that's what the old Herm Edwards press conference line was. Here is Molly Abdush, the freshman. Nice little pass over to Reagan Riley's three, just a little long. Look at Molly climb the ladder and the rebound. Izzy probably could have got an and one, but she gets the basket, and Coach Mitch McLagan is going to call a full timeout. It's 13-0 O'Gorman. We're 4:12 here into the first quarter. Brett Butler, Dan Johnson. This is O'Gorman girls basketball on Real Presence Radio.
Hi, this is Father Jordan Sampson, pastor of Christ the King Parish, located at 26th and Lake Avenue in Central Sioux Falls.
And I'm Julie Kolbeck, the principal at Christ the King Elementary School. Christ the King School is the perfect spot for your child to receive an affordable, Christ-centered education. To learn more, call 605-338-5103.
Whether you desire a Catholic education for your family or are looking for a spiritual home, we look forward to you joining us at Christ the King.
Welcome back to Brookings High School. The Knights lead 13-0 here with 4:21 to go in the first quarter. And after Brookings last night took out number 1 Aberdeen Central, the Knights have really turned it on here, 13-0. You know, we haven't even played 4 minutes of basketball, and Brookings, like you said, Brett, has got the ball in the paint twice.
Yeah, and they're having all kinds of issues, Dan, with this press O'Gorman's putting on, a lot of turnovers. I think they've had an air ball shot and another miss, so in about 4 minutes they've got 2 shots and 4 turnovers, which is not a good formula to win basketball. You don't need to be a math whiz to know that. Here is Burns down low. Nice little pass by Chelsea, but Burns misses the shot. Down low, and Molly kind of got
she got taken
trampled over by Landry Wilson. Go ahead, Dan.
That transition coming down. You see how Molly read that and came there in the assists, and great effort by the Knights there. But she got taken out under the basket.
So, in the game for Brookings is a 5'8" junior, Ashton Ostreim. Here is Izzy Moore misses it. Look at Bergen Riley all over the offensive glass tonight. Here is Molly Abdush from 15 feet away. No good, and Chelsea rebounds it. Let's see if Brookings can get a shot on goal here this possession. Chelsea down low, and I believe Bergen Riley, Dan, might have got a piece of that one.
Yep, she did.
Nice move by Hannah, who looked like she was hacked. No foul call, and it's O'Gorman ball. So as we hear Coach Coles in the last 20 seconds of the interview, he said, we are going to play fast tonight. They're going to want to slow it up. So we've seen O'Gorman play fast already tonight.
Well, of course. That's what nothing but. I'm sure Brookings is tired as well, but they had a hard game last night.
Well, I remember back about a few years ago, back when Ashley Beacom played and Hermanson. Brookings was coached by Lynn Frederick as Izzy Moore makes a shot. Lynn Frederick at the time, and Lynn slowed it all the way down. I remember the start of the fourth quarter, it was like 29-22 Brookings, and then we went man-to-man defense, came back and won in overtime, but that was the same formula. They really slowed it down game.
That gentleman there, what an icon of a coach. I really respect him.
I believe he's now working at the Pentagon helping out with some of the basketball programs they got. I remember seeing him when we were at the Pentagon earlier in January.
He's a class act.
So here is Brookings with the ball, still looking for their first point of the game. Clark's three-pointer's no good. Nice rebound by Bergen Riley. And the Knights are going to be in transition. Hannah Freeman beating everyone down the court. She'll throw it back out to Izzy Moore, who'll get cut off. In the corner now is Ronsick. Back to Izzy. Brookings did not find her, and Izzy Moore drills the three. You want to leave a girl open for O'Gorman. Izzy Moore probably isn't your first choice.
Izzy's got 10 of the 18. 18-0 now. We're coming up on 2 minutes, so it'll be 6 minutes, and Brookings is yet to score in this ballgame.
Down low, Ostreim to Shelston. She uses that 6'5" frame and scores it over Hannah Friedman. And Hannah's not a small girl, but she's standing next to Shelsta. She looks short. Here's a clear out to Abdush. Yes, and it counts. Molly Abdush, the fantastic freshman, scores it.
She's got that eye down there. She can see, she kind of splits the seas, and she just goes right to it.
She's so fast. I don't know if there's a faster girl in AA basketball from baseline to baseline than Molly is. I think teams underestimate just how quick she is.
Well, I'm sure a lot of don't know about her.
Yeah, because, your scouting report's going to start with Izzy and Hannah Ronsick, and she's probably could be third or fourth on it, so you're exactly right, Dan.
You want to keep that a secret.
Well, by state tournament time, it probably won't be a secret. Here's almost a turnover by Brookings.
Nice press by the Knights.
Well, the crazy thing is, after O'Gorman, this is their 18th game of the season, so after tonight, they're only got 2 games left in the regular season, one next Saturday against Mitchell, and then the following Thursday against Washington. Here is the block. Here comes Abdush. Molly puts on the afterburners, and she gets the layup. Boy, Dan, it is 23-2. And we have about a minute and a half left in the first quarter.
And Brookings has maybe got 4 shots.
You are correct there. Here is Clark. Out to Burns for 3. A little long. Shelsta, offensive rebound, put back, no good. Fight for it, and Friedman has it.
Look at how they push.
And Bergen Riley on the fast break. Nice little dump off, and an extra pass by Izzy Moore gets Bergen the basket. 9 points for Bergen so far, Dan, I believe. She said she had 7 of the first 8. Here is Shelsta cut off. Burns to Clark in the corner. 3-pointers up and long that time by Jaden Devine. Hannah, she
went down.
Floor hard. Up. I think she's getting up, and
thank God.
She kind of gets sandwiched a little bit on that drive.
No kidding.
Landed right on her tailbone, it looked like, in the back of her head.
Hey, Reagan Riley's in for Izzy Moore. 30.6 seconds, so 0.6 difference from the shot clock, game clock for the Bobcats.
So if they want, they pretty much can whittle it all the way down and then take the final shot of the quarter. Here's Ostreim out to Sampson. Back to Ostreim. Her 3-pointer looked good, just a little short. Here's Hannah Freeman doing a good job on the glasses. Hannah gives it to Molly Abdush. 10 seconds, Dan. Let's see what O'Gorman draws up here. Abdush is going to get a screen from Freeman with 5. Hesitation all the way, and she is fouled by Shelsta, and she pops right up as Reagan and Hannah helped her up.
2.7 seconds. She's not scared to, she's not.
Trying to see what her free throw percentage is on the season. So.
74% from the free throw line.
And Molly will have 2 free throws. First one is up and nothing but net. Landry Wilson in for Sampson, and Izzy Moore is in for Hannah Ronsick. 26-2. O'Gorman, one more free throw for Abdush. It is good. Brookings inbounds it to Shelsta, who's going to throw it just a little short. And that's how the first quarter will end. So the O'Gorman Knights 27, the Brookings Bobcats 2. After one quarter, girls basketball on Real Presence Radio Network.
Ferendorf Family Chiropractic and Wellness is a third-generation chiropractic practice focusing on inspiring patients to take control of their personal health and the health of their families. Dr. Eric Ferendorf, a 1999 O'Gorman alum, is a proud third-generation O'Gorman Cathedral High School graduate following in the footsteps of his grandfather and uncle, and is excited to welcome his wife Larissa to the practice. Ferendorf Family Chiropractic and Wellness is located on the northwest corner of 49th Street and Southeastern Avenue, 605-334-8000.
Hi, I'm Larry Canfield with Canfield Business Interiors. I've often been asked what differentiates Canfield Business Interiors from other companies. It's our knowledge, expertise, and over 100 years of combined experience. It's how we use our in-house design capabilities to enhance your workspace. To us, it's not just a transaction. It's about our satisfaction guaranteed philosophy that seeks a positive outcome for all. The reason we are in business is to make your space better. We get results just like those Knights. Go Knights!
Welcome back to Brookings, South Dakota. Brookings High School with the O'Gorman Knights lead the Brookings Bobcats 27-2 here in Brookings. And Brookings Bobcats have maybe got 5 shots in the paint to the rim, and Brookings did that big upset last night over number 1 Aberdeen Central.
All right, so Brookings first possession, and Ostreim hits the 3, so a good start to the quarter for them. Only their second field goal of the game. And that one is a 3 by Ashton Ostreim. Here's the Knights. First possession down low to Ronsick, and Burns will get a foul. Pretty sure Claire Burns' older sister was Ava Burns, who played a few years ago on a couple of really good Brookings teams that have Michaela Jewett on them.
Of course, her dad is the assistant coach, AJ, at South Dakota State. Friedman in with the score.
So Hannah Friedman's on the board, the junior, on the nice inbounds play. Has Reagan scored yet, Dan? I think all the starters have scored. If Reagan has. Here is Izzy Moore with it.
She's got 3.
Okay. So pretty much every player who's played, including Abdush off the bench, has scored for O'Gorman. Missed 3 by Ronsick. Hannah will get it back. She'll take a few steps in and she'll drain it from 17 feet away. Hannah Ronsick. She has a nice shot when she can square herself up and just drill that 17-footer. Here is Shelsta down low, misses it. She gets the rebound, stands, and she misses again and gets fouled.
Wow.
6'5". You don't see many of those girls, and they don't grow on trees here in AA basketball. And let's see who the foul. Did you catch who that was? Friedman gets her. That's Hannah Freeman, I believe, her 3rd foul. The scoreboard is, I apologize, folks, the scoreboard is really far away from us.
My trifocals aren't reading it very well, way the heck over there.
And it's hard to see, so. I believe the last 3, Landry Wilson's 3, no good. Burns with an offensive rebound. So 3 offensive rebounds down this possession for Brookings. And loose ball, jump ball.
Jump ball.
O'Gorman ball. So already a better start to the second quarter for Brookings than they had in the first quarter. They're getting shots up at the basket and getting some offensive rebounds.
What am I seeing on the stats way over there? Turnovers, O'Gorman 0, Brookings 9.
Oof. Here is Ronsick, dishes out, and a steal by Wilson. So Dan jinxed
Just when I say that, they turn it over.
Way to go, Dan. And Landry Wilson all the way to the basket scores. Into the game for the first time tonight for O'Gorman is the senior, Ellie Fee. So Ellie getting some early action. Here is Izzy Moore getting cut off by Clark. Down low to Friedman, and she's getting fouled, but there's no call. And Moore, the girl at Ostreim had 2 hands on her back that time. You're not allowed to do that, but the ref must not have saw that. So
they're letting them play.
I think you're allowed maybe a forearm, but not literally 2 hands shoving. Here's a 3 that's an air ball by Ostreim, and smart play by Ronsick, letting it go out of bounds. Brett Byler, Dan Johnson with you on this cold, chilly Friday afternoon in February, right before Valentine's Day up in Brookings, South Dakota.
Oh, is it Valentine's Day weekend?
It is Sunday, Dan. Hopefully you and your figure out something for your bride of 30-plus years, right?
I'm going to have to go to the store.
Ooh, 2 girls go down. Bergen Riley for O'Gorman and Ostreim for Brookings. And
no, I already gave her a present the other day. She liked it.
That is good. I have 2 presents for my girlfriend. I hope she will like it. She'll get them Sunday, so we'll find out. I'll let you know on Tuesday, Dan.
Text me Sunday night.
All right, I can do that. Here is Brookings. They're a little bit more organized here in this quarter as well. Nice little play down low to Sampson, and she fires it off the backboard, and Izzy Moore with it. We see the Knights going to push it. Here is Moore, the Augustana commit. Down low to Bergen Riley. Nice spin move. I think she's been watching a little cousin Eddie with that spin move.
Wow.
That was fantastic by Bergen Riley.
She got 9 now.
Bergen is a I believe Bergen's only a junior? Oh, my roster. I should know this. Yeah, she's a sophomore. Super sophomore. I just been seeing Bergen for so many years on the volleyball court. It feels like she's a grade older as a travel by Reagan Riley than she really is. She made the Max Preps All-American volleyball team, and she was the only underclassman to do that. And that was just announced this week.
Yeah, when she was a freshman, she made first team All-State.
And she played as an 8th grader.
Yeah. Great athlete. She'd got a wingspan. Wow.
For Coach Emily McCourt and the undefeated state champion O'Gorman volleyball team, whereas Emily Burns now. Here is Sampson. Little forearm push-off on Reagan. No call. Here is a nice drive by Brookings by Devine, and she blows the layup. Here comes Izzy Moore. Izzy with a hesitation, cut off by Ostreim. Out to Bergen Riley, thought about the three, will not take it. Over to Izzy in the corner. Knights are up big, 35-10, with 3:47 left in the second quarter. Down low, Ronsick in the post. She has a little fadeaway and misses it. Shelston Riley fighting for it, and there'll be a foul on Bergen. Bergen went for a little ride that time. She grabbed the ball, and Shelston started swinging her arms a little bit, and Bergen went with the ball.
Shelston got her a little bit. And
yeah.
upper body. 35-10 here with 3:30 left to go in second quarter.
That's a steal by Hannah Ronsick as they try to get to the post to Shelston. Out to Izzy for three. That looks good. No good, but Bergen there for the follow. So Bergen Riley in double figures for O'Gorman. She's starting right where she left off last night when she had a game-high 17 against Sioux City East. Here's a long three by Ostreim, Dan. She's hit 2 3-pointers this quarter for
She's
her.
good from out there.
That one was way out there. I don't know. What's the next town about 10 minutes from Brookings? I think she shot it from there, Dan. You're better with the South Dakota geography than me.
That was up by White.
There you go. Hannah Ronsick answers her a nice little design play. Hannah came off the screen, and she just drilled it. Down low, now we're exchanging baskets as Shelston scores. So Brookings now has 13 points in this quarter after only 2 in the first quarter. So about even, aren't we, here in the second quarter? What was after the end of one?
27-2.
So we're 13-13 here in the second quarter.
They're just going back and forth.
Ooh, a steal by Sampson as Moore try to get to Ronsick, but then Hannah cuts her off. Here's a three-point attempt by Devine is short. And Izzy steals it away on the rebound. Here comes Hannah over to Reagan. Nice catch by Reagan, and she throws it away.
Nice try.
Looked like a football player trying to catch a pass at the back of the end zone that time. Reagan Riley, terrific job corralling it. But all your momentum was taken her out of bounds.
Get her second foot down.
And Shelston will have an and-one attempt that she had position on Bergen Riley for the basket.
And that's what they've gone to the last 2 or 3 times down. They're taking Shelston to the basket. So,
well, when you're 6'5", that's kind of where you need to go most of the time. You're going to have a mismatch.
Well, that's her mismatch bread and butter. And she did get called a foul, so here we go for the one, and that makes it good for the three-pointer. 18-40, Knights on top, coming up under a minute and a half left in the second quarter.
Now they're doing that same play, Dan, for three as they did the previous possession. This time Hannah is short. Dan's pick to click tonight. She goes down low and cut off by Sampson. Over in the corner, Izzy Moore almost out of bounds, keeps the feet in. Baseline cut off, good ball movement. Reagan Riley drills a three. Tremendous patience on that possession. They swung the ball around, and Reagan Riley set her feet and drilled the three.
She's got 6 on the evening. 43-18 now. Under a minute, second quarter, from Brookings, South Dakota.
Here is Sampson for 3 is short. Hannah Friedman with a rebound. Here's Abdush. There's a 1 second differential shot in game. I don't know if O'Gorman's going to look at that or kind of go for it. And here is Reagan down low. Is blocked by Shelsta. Good idea by Reagan, but she was just cut off by 6'5" Shelsta, who blocked it.
Look at her push Friedman around.
Down low, and she scores it. Friedman thought it was an offensive foul. No call here. 7 seconds left. Here's Reagan Riley. Over to Hannah Ronsick. Hannah sets her feet at the buzzer's no good. So Brookings, with a nice little second quarter, gets it within 23 points. At the halftime, it's Knights 43, Brookings 20. We'll take a break. We come back. We'll have the halftime show sponsored by some local Knights of Columbus field agents, and that is after the break. You're listening to O'Gorman Girls Basketball on Real Presence Radio.
Pre-planning a funeral is a wonderful gift for families. I'm David Lewis of Barnett Lewis Funeral Home, a family-owned and operated service to the community. Our goal is to make arrangements with families comfortable when they decide what their wishes are for funeral services. I will listen to all needs and offer choices for funeral arrangements and make sure all questions are answered. Barnett Lewis Funeral Home can be contacted at 336-0707 or by going to barnettlewis.com.
Eide Bailey, a public accounting firm, provides tax, accounting, assurance, and business advisory services to clients across the nation. With offices in Sioux Falls and 40-plus locations in 15 states, Eide Bailey is the workplace for 2,500 professionals. Their firm has been serving clients for over 100 years. You can contact Eide Bailey online at eidebailey.com. Eide Bailey is a proud supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities and the Real Presence Radio Network.
Your family is depending on you to provide financial security for them. The Knights of Columbus can help you with insurance solutions such as disability income, long-term care, both term and whole life, annuities, retirement, and estate planning services. Join the Knights of Columbus today at kfc.org/join us for access to all these insurance services. Call the BB Agency at 605-882-8689. That's 605-882-8689.
At Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, we are guided by one simple principle. We do what we say we're going to do. We believe in ensuring our customers are happy with the work we deliver. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981 and has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. They have worked on businesses including schools, universities, hospitals, churches, and factories. For more information, you can call 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com.
From the Real Presence Radio Network, welcome to the O'Gorman Knights Halftime Show, brought to you by your Knights of Columbus field agents for the Sioux Falls area, Jeff Gillen, Carl Libby, David Cook, and Phil Carlson.
Welcome back to Brookings, South Dakota. Halftime here for the O'Gorman Knights. They lead 43-20 here from Brookings High School. A little bit about what do you think O'Gorman Knights are shooting?
Oh, 55%.
Close. 52. Brookings is shooting 28%. O'Gorman Knights 36 from the three-point. Brookings 21. Free throws, we are 80%. 4 for 5. Brookings is 100, 1 for 1. How many rebounds do you think we got?
15.
How many think Brookings has got?
I don't know, 10.
They give them 13. We got 26.
Oh, wow.
9 offensive, 16 defense.
So we've doubled them up then.
Yes, we've doubled them up in rebounds, and that's your key right there. The Knights came out strong tonight, folks. Just, I tell you what, it's just been Bergen Riley sitting there with, 12, 13. Molly Abdush, she's got 7. You got Izzy Moore with 12. You know, they're coming on here, and they just really pushed that ball down, and they just went and played basketball that first quarter.
Well, we kind of put the trap on them, Dan, the press on them, and that really discombobulated Brookings for about that first 4 minutes of the ball game. Remember, they had maybe one shot attempt in the first 4 minutes of the game, just a lot of turnovers, and we played fast like Coach Colzer said in the pregame show. And I think in the second quarter, the game slowed down a little bit for Brookings. They kind of got their feet underneath of them, and they started getting the ball down low to Shelsta, which O'Gorman didn't do a great job at the end of the second quarter there. They got too far behind her. I know she's a bigger girl, but if you might want to try to front her a little bit more in the second half and make them, especially for Bergen Riley, with those long arms, make the guard throw the ball over you to get it to her.
Well, that's one thing they're going to have to change. If not, she's going to get...
If not, then you have to drop a guard or someone else down.
They do have to do that. I'm sure and they're back on the court already, so they were in the locker room pretty fast, and now they're waiting to get the balls out so they can do some shooting here tonight into halftime. So
43-20 is the score right now. O'Gorman leading Brookings.
Coming up next on Inside O'Gorman segment, we'll tell you a little bit about what's going on with the O'Gorman girls in the state gymnastics tournament meeting up in Watertown. That's next on the game halftime show. O'Gorman 43, Brookings 20.
At First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card, we believe the greatest investment we can make is in our customers and communities. Thanks to our industry-leading service, products, and tools, we're helping our customers reach their financial goals and achieve success. Through the generosity of our employees and leadership, we're able to support nearly 700 South Dakota organizations and nonprofits with our time, money, and resources. At Premier, we're always seeking ways to make an impact for good by investing in what matters most to you. It's the Premier way.
At McGuire Iron, we protect and store quality water for people and communities across the country. We are family owned and operated and have been building and maintaining America's water tower infrastructure for over 100 years. We pride ourselves on using faith principles in our business practices every day. This deep faith in the church is why we support the Bishop O'Gorman Catholic School System. From all of us at McGuire Iron and the Jones family, we wish all O'Gorman students and student athletes good luck this year.
All right, now it's time for our Inside O'Gorman segment where Dan Johnson's going to tell us a little bit what's about the happenings going on at the state gymnastics meet up in Watertown. Dan, take it away.
Well, with this everything we're in, social distancing and all the precautions, everything. So the State of South Dakota Activity Association has shook up the gymnastic tournament. Normally you do the team on Friday and individuals on Saturday. So what they did this year is they did the Class A today and the Class AA tomorrow.
Which O'Gorman would be the AA.
O'Gorman would be competing tomorrow. And so instead of having 20 schools in one facility at one time, now they only have 14, so it's half and half. And what they're doing is they're assigning the team a pod, and it's a 2-hour time frame. So them 2 hours, 4 teams are competing, and that's when the families and visitors can come in when your team's competing, and when they're done, they have to leave. So it's not
and
everybody
that's kind of
there.
how Cheer and Dance did it this fall.
That's exactly how they did it. They did it on that. And then instead of the athletes doing 2 competitions, what they did years ago back is that when you compete, like tomorrow when O'Gorman competes in the beam, that score will be your individual scores. You won't have to come back the next day and do that. So each athlete is completing in one event, in whatever events they qualified for, and they're only doing it one time, so whatever the score they get for that counts toward the individual and counts towards the team.
Okay.
So that's all. So today now it's the A schools and tomorrow AA, so we don't have anything on the O'Gorman girls because they didn't compete today. So hopefully tomorrow afternoon,
during our broadcast,
during the broadcast of the boys game,
you.
We'll hopefully have some updates, and if you're listening, if we have some parents and stuff, please let us know if we can get some updates on how the Lady Knights are doing up in Watertown. We sure appreciate it. But, with everything, and that's the safe way of doing it. And hats off to the High School Activity Association for doing that, keeping everybody safe, keeping the student athletes safe, and the parents and the spectators. So,
and we want to wish Coach Sky Bork good luck. Her gymnasts competing are Rose Dvorak, Jaden Robbins, a terrific gymnast, Daphne Clausen, Grace Miller, another great one. Her sister Lizzie Miller was a terrific gymnast, Shannon Hyman, Pim Thongtad, Catherine Kolb, and Katie Pellicott are your gymnasts. So good luck to them.
So the Inside O'Gorman has been brought to you by the Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools. Our 6 elementary schools, junior high and high schools exemplify gospel values, strong student achievement, and community service. Our schools strive to have excellence where it counts in faith, academics, and in our community. and the opportunities offered to our students. Visit ognights.org to schedule a tour. Enrollment opens this next week, February 22nd. Sign up.
All right, now we're going to go to our last break of the halftime show. We'll come back for the start of the second half. This is O'Gorman Girls Basketball on Real Presence Radio.
When you look to the future, is the road there inevitable? It's not. That's why O'Gorman education matters. It's where you'll grow in your faith, be challenged, celebrate, and become part of a community. These are the moments that will shape your life. This is where your path will unfold. What are you waiting for? You belong in blue.
Your family is depending on you to provide financial security for them. The Knights of Columbus can help you with insurance solutions such as disability income, long-term care, both term and whole life, annuities, retirement, and estate planning services. Join the Knights of Columbus today at kfc.org/join us for access to all these insurance services. Call the BB Agency at 605-882-8689. That's 605-882-8689.
And tonight's halftime show for the Gorman Knights is sponsored by the BB Agency, supporting Knights of Columbus Insurance for South Dakota, Southwest Minnesota, and Northeastern Iowa. For life insurance, long-term care insurance, retirement products, call the BB Agency at 882-8689. And here's your second half. The Knights lead 43-20. Here's Brett Byler.
All right, thank you to the BB Agency. And Landry Wilson missed three-pointer gives O'Gorman the possession now. Knights had a 27-2 first quarter. Then Brookings actually outscored O'Gorman 18-16 in the second quarter. A set play for Hannah Ronsick. A three-pointer is missed to start the third quarter. And here comes Allie Clark, the junior point guard, with it for Brookings. And Hannah, with those long arms and great anticipation, steals it. Hannah leads the team with about 3.5 steals a game. Down low to Bergen Riley's cutoff. And now Shelsta is starting here in the second half. Hannah Freeman, nice move and is rejected by Shelsta.
All ball.
Maybe Hannah could have used maybe a pump fake that time, possibly, and draw some contact.
She got a little aggressive with her underneath. She needs to be.
Feels like the pump fake and the post is kind of a lost art now. My dad would show that to me all the time growing up back in the day. Dan, when he played peach baskets, would work on that as well back in the 70s. Here is Clark for three, and she drills it.
She's got a different shot, doesn't she? She's got the different form.
And she has to put her full body weight into getting it to the three-point line. She's kind of a little girl, so she really has to use those legs to get that ball to the hoop. Down low, good position by Bergen, and she is fouled by Sampson. So Bergen Riley, who had a terrific first half in double figures, will go to the free throw line.
Sampson's first foul.
So the sophomore Bergen Riley, 6'1", makes the free throw. So Ostreim is in, Sampson is out for Brookings. Ostreim hit 2 3-pointers in the second quarter, so you got to locate number 12 if you're O'Gorman.
Can't let her get hot.
So O'Gorman is not really pressing anymore. They just drop back into a man defense. Wilson getting some space. Nice move, just doesn't finish the shot. Here is Ronsick with the rebound. Pushes it up to Reagan Riley. Here is Freeman from the free throw line, in and out. Good rebound by Wilson.
Nice look.
O'Gorman 12-5 on the season. Brookings is 2-13. Three-pointer is good by Burns. So
Brookings isn't going away, Brett.
They aren't. They've had a terrific stretch from the second quarter through the first 2.5 minutes of this quarter, outscoring O'Gorman in that stretch, which I don't think I would ever have said about 30 minutes ago after the first quarter.
The first 5 minutes and 55 seconds, they didn't score. And Bergen's fouled.
Ostrom gets the foul, so Bergen Riley, who is just at the free throw line, she'll go right back there. And she makes the first. And tomorrow afternoon, the O'Gorman boys are back in action as they take on Brookings, probably a little bit before 3 o'clock heater time tomorrow afternoon at O'Gorman. So Riley makes both free throws. So that's your cue, Dan, to show up a little early tomorrow.
I'll be there.
Isaac, if you're listening, your cue as well. Isaac Struck will join the broadcast tomorrow night. So if folks are wondering where Isaac's at, he's fine. He'll be back tomorrow. Shelston with the basket. Shout out for Isaac. Since he's not here to do it, I'll do a shout out to St. Mary's and Father Paul Rutten. So any St. Mary's people listening, thank you. And a nice drive by Reagan Riley.
St. Mary's is very special to me. That's where I became a Catholic, is at St. Mary's with Father Al Krizapolsky back in 1992.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. I did not know that, Dan.
Yes.
Learned something new this broadcast. That's very cool.
Father Al and Father Ken Bain were at St. Mary's at that time.
Okay. So. Are they still preaching anywhere right now?
Father Al is deceased, God bless him.
Okay.
And Father Bain is retired.
Okay.
And living out the Prince of Peace, if I'm correct.
So, thanks for sharing that, Dan. Here is Brookings down low, and Shelston misses the short little shot. Molly Abdush throws it over to Hannah Ronsick. And Coach Derek Roby is the gym teacher at St. Mary's. So there's another St. Mary's connection. And Riley is fouled hard by Shelsta.
And she just went right after her there to get that foul. Heads up. But, you know, you got Abdush in there, you can see the tempo picks up, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
When she's in there, she makes the game go faster tempo. They're getting back in transition. Here's Reagan Riley.
In and out. Yeah, when Abdush comes in, you almost got to change your basketball shoes to track shoes.
It's a sprint, folks.
So Landry Wilson checks out for Brookings. In is number 30, Bailey Waterman, a 5'7" junior. Brookings is a young team. They only have 2 seniors, as we've mentioned before, on their varsity roster. So, you know, we'll see what they're like next year, but a lot of returning players for sure.
Look at Molly. She just jumped up and got the steal, and she takes it in. Oh! She just about got it. She's fouled going to the line. She stole that right at half court and took it back. She can jump. She got a leap.
Nice little contingent of O'Gorman fans here tonight to support the Knights, making about the little under an hour drive up from Sioux Falls to Brookings.
36 minutes.
We made some pretty good time with the old RPR vehicle, Dan and I did. Abdush makes the first one. O'Gorman, they've been living. This is I think their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the quarter, Dan. Abdush makes the second. Because Bergen had 4 free throws right away, then Reagan had 2, and now Molly had 2, and that's off the foot of Ron 6, so it'll be Brookings' ball.
I still think we're about, 80 from the free throw line, 80%?
I think we are. We shot free throws pretty good.
Yeah.
52-28 O'Gorman. 3:40 left here in the third quarter. Knights looking for their 3rd straight win. Here is a 3 by Ostreim. No good. Izzy Moore with the rebound. Izzy does a great job as a guard rebounding. We really saw that in the Harrisburg game for the offensive rebounds. Molly Abdush lines up a 3, and she gets nothing but net for Abdush.
She was like over in Elkton when she shot that. You don't know the towns around here.
Elkton, Lake Benton, aren't they together now? And here's a steal by Ronsick. I'm a Nebraska boy, folks, so I apologize if my South Dakota geography is getting better. And Ronsick with the free throw, or excuse me, the layup. I learned a lot about small towns in South Dakota going to USD, where a lot of my friends were small town South Dakota boys. There is Shelsta, no good, or small town Minnesota boys. So Shelsta to the line. There's my USD plug-in. Go Coyotes. So Ainsley Shelsta, the 6'5" junior, with a kind of a weird-looking free throw. She kind of has it on the side of her head and flings at the hoop. Freeman in for Reagan Riley.
Interesting shot.
As we mentioned, Kira Mentley is not playing, probably just in slight concussion protocol after banging her head a little bit in the JV game. So if you're wondering where Kira is, she's on the bench. She She looks fine. She's just going to probably be, for precautionary reasons, won't be playing tonight. You ever want to mess with kind of head stuff?
Oh, no.
With concussions and all that. Here is the Knights with it now. 57-29 lead. Friedman, nice little move, but she overshot the basket. Good use of the left hand, though. Here's a three-pointer, is short by Waterman. Rebound out to Burns. And Waterman will just go from the other side, and she'll drill the three.
Wow.
So Brookings has hit some threes tonight. They now have 32 points. And that's a foul by Ostreim as Molly was going to the basket.
We got 3 girls in double figures.
Second foul on Ostreim.
Substitution for the Bobcats, Wilson.
5 team fouls for the Bobcats, only 1 for the Knights here in these 6 minutes of the second half. Knights ball.
Here's a clear out on the out of bounds play to Izzy Moore, and she just took one too many steps.
They're going to love her at Augie.
Yeah, absolutely. She'll join a good basketball program that Augustana has. So does USF and Sioux Falls, two really good college basketball programs.
I think them two play tonight, if I'm not mistaken, in boys.
You could be right, Dan. I'm not for sure. Here is Landry Wilson, and that would be Jack Cartwright for USF playing against Akoya Koi from Augie. I don't know how much either one of them play, and Matt Cartwright, I believe, is a senior now at Augustana. So Matt could be playing Jack tonight.
Somebody asked me at coffee this morning if I knew anybody with tickets to the game, and I said no, but I got asked.
We may look on Twitter or on ESPN or something on our phone to see. Here is a steal by Ronsick.
Give and go.
Nice play to Izzy Moore. Those two girls have done that play for a long time together.
Izzy's got 14 on the night.
And that's right about her average for the season. Here's another three by Waterman. No good. Loose ball. Wilson has it, and she will throw it. Loose ball. It's a hot potato on the floor, and Isabel Moore with it. 56 seconds left here in the third. Here's Izzy. Cut off by Burns over to Hannah Ronsick. Corner three is good. Hannah Ronsick from downtown. Knights offense has been terrific tonight, now up to 62 points, and we're only still in the third quarter. Good drive by Wilson, good defense by Friedman at the basket. Here is Friedman, the trailer.
Get in there.
Drills the free throw line jumper, so made the defensive play on one end, was the trailer in the break, and hits the free throw line jumper.
You like to see that player do something on both ends, same play.
Ooh, Izzy almost a steal. Molly looking for the steal, and it's going to hit Reagan Riley, who's sitting ready to check into the game, and she's out of bounds.
Okay, Izzy's in, out, and so's Bergen Riley, and Reagan and Ellie Thee now back in for the Knights.
So O'Gorman Dan has 5.3 seconds left here in the third quarter, so I have to go pretty quick here as Hannah to Molly Abdouche. Abdouche, it's fouled as she shoots it with 0.8 seconds left.
And she went right after Shelsta. Shelsta fouled her. She's going the line.
So Molly showing no fear, challenging the 6'5 Shelsta on that play.
Major size difference between those two. She's
a confident player as a freshman. You know, she plays with so much confidence. At the varsity level in AA, that's very impressive. Here's Abdouche, makes the first, second one, rolls out, loose ball. Ellie Thee, and they're fighting for it against Shelsta, who's about a foot and a half taller. So after the end of the third quarter, it's the O'Gorman Knights 65, the Brookings Bobcats 32. We'll be back for the start of the fourth quarter. You're listening to O'Gorman Basketball on Real Presence Radio.
Looking for Catholic gifts and books for the upcoming sacraments? Crossroads in Sioux Falls has both Catholic gifts and books that can be used for confirmation, First Communion, and the Easter season. From rosaries and medals to Bibles and devotionals, Crossroads is here to help their customers with gift-giving needs. Crossroads is located at 41st and Grange next to Camille's. Crossroads, books, gifts, music.
Canfield Business Interiors in Sioux Falls, South Dakota provides healthier, safer, smarter design solutions for your workplace. They make space better by creating inspirational experiences to improve your organizational performance. For more information, you can find us online at canfieldco.com. Canfield, making space better. Canfield Business Interiors supports the Sioux Falls Catholic school system and wishes all O'Gorman students and student athletes good luck this year.
Welcome back to the start of the fourth quarter. Knights on top 65-32 here at Brookings High School. It's been all Knights since the very first tip-off.
Yeah, I mean, after the first quarter, Dana, it was 27-2. You can't really ask for a much better start to the game. Then the second quarter, a little iffy. Brookings outscored us 18-16, and then it was 22-12. O'Gorman, I believe, in the third quarter.
As recap, Brookings didn't score until 5:55 into the first quarter, and it was 21-2 at that time.
So let's see if O'Gorman can kind of finish this game strong. That's kind of, as a coach, you want to see, and Molly threw it to no one that time.
Well, she thought Ellie was cutting back, and Ellie didn't cut back, but nice. But Hannah Friedman's getting more confidence tonight. You can see that.
Yeah, absolutely. And a game like this is a good confidence builder, too, where, if you can get a few shots to go in or get some rebounds or whatever you kind of do and see that happening, that'll give you those confidence for those last two ball games. Here is Allie Clark off of the pick by Shelsta. They're going to swing it around the perimeter. Here is Burns back to Clark. And the shot is no good. Reagan Riley was right there, Johnny, in the spot to get the rebound. So the five girls in for O'Gorman right now is Hannah Ronsick with the ball right now. And Reagan Riley, Hannah Friedman, Molly Abdush, and Ellie Thee. And Reagan Riley hits the three. I think that's Reagan's third three of the game. Excuse me. The NDSU volleyball commit is Reagan Riley.
Second, she's got 12. She got two. She's 2 for 3. There's down with the steal from Reagan.
Good athleticism for Reagan. She'll go out to Ellie Thee, and she'll shoot it no good.
I want Ellie to score.
She scored last night.
I know. Let's give a shout out to her grandmother, Muggsy.
Here is Wilson, sideline cut off by Ronsick, back out to Sampson. Over to Clark, and her three goes in and out. Good challenge by Reagan Riley, and Molly Abdush is going to baseball throw it, but she's going to take that little extra step just to get that extra muscle in the ball. Excuse me.
Okay. Izzy Moore's back in. Reagan's in. Molly, Ellie, and Bergen Riley in for the Knights. Under 6 minutes, 68-32. Knights on top in the fourth quarter.
All right, so Brookings will have the ball. Wilson, wide open three-pointer. Knights, someone left her wide open, and Izzy Moore came in and took the rebound right away from Ellie Thee. And Izzy, coast to coast, you want to stop the ball always if you're a defensive player, and actually no one for Brookings did. So Izzy, the smart basketball player she is, she took it coast to coast. Osterheim for 3 off the side of the rim. Abdush is the first one to the ball. Here is Thee. All the way, Dan, and you ask.
Yes.
And you shall receive as Ellie Thee gets the basket.
Good job, Ellie. She's a scrappler when she's in.
Here is the Bobcats now. Knights still in that man defense. That's been the predominant defense the last 3 games for O'Gorman. Ellie almost with a steal that time. Shot clock down to 10 for Brookings. Here is Wilson. Nice spin move on Reagan Riley, but the execution on the shot was no bueno. And here comes O'Gorman. Abdush out to Izzy. Off the mark. Here's Ellie with the rebound. And Ellie lines up a three, and she's short. Fight for it. And Ostreim has it for the Bobcats.
Boy, Molly, she can jump.
She is. She has springy legs.
Wow, I'm impressed that she can jump.
I wonder if she's a jumper in track. Here's a three-pointer by Allie Clark is good. She seems like she'd be a great sprinter and maybe like a long jumper. But I don't know if she does any track. Here is a timeout, I believe, or is it just a substitution?
Timeout substitution.
Coach Strand, I know, would love to get her on the track field. Here is some new girls in for both teams. With 4:11, about at the halfway point of the fourth quarter. 72-35, O'Gorman leading the Brookings Bobcats, and Ostreim needs to check back in to give Brookings 5 girls. I guess he technically could play with 4, but you probably wouldn't want to. I wouldn't advise it.
No, you legally can. You can't play with 6, but you can play with 4.
Here is Friedman. So Friedman, Moore, Thee, Abdush, and Ronsick are your 5. Here is Hannah's three-pointer, a little short, and Izzy's going to get an over-the-back foul as she has a perplexed look on her face. Oh, Izzy. Knights up 72-35.
I love it. Her and Hannah are like walking this way, and they're both giggling at each other, high-fiving.
So Coach Colesrud looking at the end of his bench, and he's going to bring in 2 subs. His daughter, Kennedy Colesrud, and Lucy Moore, Izzy's little sister, about to check in.
I watched her in that sophomore game. She's fun to watch.
A nice basket that time by Jaden Devine, the freshman, 5'6" freshman with the basket. Yeah, sophomores won earlier today. Coach Danny Hughes' team in the JV, and Coach Crystal Richter, who does a great job, won as well. Not for sure how the freshmen fared. Here is Freeman. Jumper in the corner is short. Rebound by the Bobcats. Here comes Allie Clark pushing it up the front court with Ellie Thee back on defense. Here's a three-pointer, no good by Waterman. Devine has a rebound, and it's a steal, but there'll be a foul, I believe. We'll see which night they'll give it to. There's about 3 of them in the area.
I'm guessing Molly.
Molly, Thee, and Freeman were all right there.
No, they give it to Ellie. He had to look back. The ref had to look back. So Hannah Ronzik and Izzy Moore both leave the game.
And they were both in double figures, I believe, tonight.
Correct.
And that ball is thrown away. Ellie Thee with the steal. Let's see if Ellie... Oh, she tried to get to Colesrud on a thread-the-needle pass, but it was no good on the on the tough pass there. So Megan Vandenhemmel also in for O'Gorman. She is a 5'8" junior. She scored 2 free throws at the end of last night's game. One was a bank.
And I see her grandfather's here. I know him from the Knights of Columbus.
Oh, cool.
He's a 4th degree.
Shout out to all those Knights of Columbus gentlemen listening tonight.
Over on the west side, St. Michael or Catherine Drexel. I can't remember which one, but I know he's over there.
Here's Thee over to Lucy Moore. Lucy back to Ellie. Over to Vandenhemmel. Ooh, good position by Megan. She just overshot the basket. She did everything right, but couldn't quite finish. Here is a three-point attempt by the Bobcats by Lydia Ingebretson, no good, and we got a loose ball foul.
Every Brookings ball underneath. That's only the 3rd foul on this second half for the Knights.
It's crazy. Remember, Dan, how many fouls was in that Brandon Valley O'Gorman game about a week and a half ago? And now it feels like now no fouls are called. And that game had over 30 fouls.
Now, I have to admit, this refereeing crew I've never seen before.
No, I haven't. I don't think I've seen any of the 3 before. Maybe the far
she gets
one.
A rebound. Nice job.
So minute 53 left. O'Gorman with the ball. All substitutes in for both teams. Knights up 72-37. Ellie Thief for three, no good. Molly Abdush with the offensive rebound, and sure shot is no good. Vandenhemmel has it. That ball did not hit the rim, so O'Gorman, Colesrud might have, she travel or get fouled?
She got fouled.
So she'll have some free throws on 1-and-1. So Kennedy Colesrud, a 5'3" junior guard at the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity.
We got a lot of juniors. We're going to be good again next year.
Oh, I thought it was a one. Yeah, as I say, it's a 1-and-1. and Lucy. Oh, what do we got here? Travel on Cold. So Lucy Moore grabbed the rebound. Neither team did anything with it, and like
they both were like shell shocked.
It confused me as the announcer because I looked up and saw 7, and it wasn't in the act of shooting. So that's a 1-and-1. Oh dear.
Minute and a half left.
We can make it, folks. Here is a wild shot attempt, that time by Brookings. No good by number 40, Sophia Hamrich. And that's Jaden Devine with the offensive rebound, and she'll go to the free throw line. Colesrud on the foul.
2 shots for Bailey Waterman.
Oh, excuse me, Bailey Waterman. Excuse me, Bailey. I got 30 and 32 mixed up. So her first free throw is no good. Box out if you're Lucy Moore and Vandenhemmel now. And Lucy listens to me and gets the rebound. Up to Ellie Thee. A minute 13 left in the fourth quarter. Knights all O'Gorman tonight from the very start of the game. They led 27-2 after the first quarter. And Thee to Abdush. Short. Vandenhemmel, nice hustle.
Oh, she kicks it back out. New shot clock, too. Heads up play by Megan. Ellie, yes!
Ellie Thee scores. She has 4.
She took it to the basket, but Megan there kicked that ball back out after the hit for the make that
so
happen.
Knights have doubled up Brookings, if my math is correct, 74-37 till that point. Hamrich scores. His 37 times 2, I believe, is 74. Here is the Knights now. We're just going to hold it, Dan. No shot clock, so we're just going to pass it around the perimeter as the time will expire in about 19 seconds. So here's Ellie Thee with it, so she will just kind of dribble at the top of the key, dribble it out the clock. So the O'Gorman Lady Knights will move to 13-5 on the season, where the Bobcats will fall to 2-14, 3-2-1, and that's all she wrote, folks. The coaches wave at each other, so do the players. So the O'Gorman Lady Knights get a victory tonight in Brookings by the final score of 74-39. Coming up next is a Knights locker room show. You're listening to O'Gorman Girls Basketball on Real Presence Radio.
Your family is depending on you to provide financial security for them. The Knights of Columbus can help you with insurance solutions such as disability income, long-term care, both term and whole life, annuities, retirement, and estate planning services. Join the Knights of Columbus today at kfc.org/join us for access to all these insurance services. Call the BB Agency at 605-882-8689. That's 605-882-8689.
At Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, we are guided by one simple principle. We do what we say we're going to do. We believe in ensuring our customers are happy with the work we deliver. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981 and has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. They have worked on businesses including schools, universities, hospitals, churches, and factories. For more information, you can call 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com.
At First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card, we believe the greatest investment we can make is in our customers and communities. Thanks to our industry-leading service, products, and tools, we're helping our customers reach their financial goals and achieve success. Through the generosity of our employees and leadership, we're able to support nearly 700 South Dakota organizations and nonprofits with our time, money, and resources. At Premier, we're always seeking ways to make an impact for good by investing in what matters most to you. It's the Premier way.
Hi, this is Brett Byler, Area Account Executive with Real Presence Radio. Did you know the signal of Real Presence Radio reaches an audience of over 2.4 million people across North Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota, Wisconsin, and Wyoming? Have you ever thought about running radio spots on the RPR network? We want to partner with you to help gain exposure for your business in front of a very faithful customer base. To find out more about the options, please call me, Brett Byler, at 605-670-8333.
From the Real Presence Radio Network, welcome to the O'Gorman Knights Locker Room Show. Now, back to the gym.
Welcome back to Brookings, South Dakota, with the O'Gorman Lady Knights victorious 74-39 over the ladies of Brookings Bobcats, and what a game. It was all Knights from the very first tip. The Knights took off to a 21-0 lead. Brookings finally got on the scoreboard with 5:55 into the first quarter, and Brookings gets their first basket to make it 21-2. Halftime, the Knights were 43-20. They kind of came back a little bit, and then again in the second half, the Knights took off again. And final again, 74-39. Leading the scorers tonight, I tell you what, we have 5 gals in double figures tonight. And, you know, when you can do that, that's pretty darn good. And what a all-around balanced effort by the whole team tonight. They played together. Now, we did talk about one person that did not play tonight was Kara Metley. She got banged up in the JV game earlier, so they precaution sat her out. She was on the bench dressed, but she did not play tonight. Leading the Knights, Izzy Moore with 16, Bergen Riley 15. You got Molly Abdush with 13, Hannah Ronzik at 13, and Reagan Riley with 12. And I tell you what a phenomenal, the way they played. And how many teams, Brett, like the O'Gorman Knights, and I'm going to brag about them, can come in and play these 3 games like that in 4 days, and they look like they could play another game.
I know.
They're having fun out there tonight, but they were also looked like they're very well conditioned and they can keep playing. And I'm sure they're tired. God bless them. 3 games in 4 days. You know, thank God there's not school on Monday. But it's really like what a phenomenal effort by the Lady Knights.
Oh, to be 16, 17, 18 years old again, right? Oh. You know, young legs, you're able to sleep, wake up, and be rocking and ready to go the next day. And O'Gorman, like you said, Dan, the start was what we got. It's 21-0. Brookings didn't score for about 6 minutes, and then had that 27-2 lead after the first quarter, and just kind of held on after that. Brookings never did really get below 20 points. So that's the final, and we're going to take a 60-second break. When we come back, we're going to hear from O'Gorman girls coach Kent Colesrud about the Knights' victory tonight. Stay tuned. The Knights Locker Room Show continues after the break.
Sioux Equipment Company can fix, sell, and repair gas pumps, tanks, and air compressors. They offer sales and services for lifts, signs, decals, and tank truck equipment in Sioux Falls and the surrounding